Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rachak Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. And this situation with the migrants being given $1,000 prepaid cards and having to promise to use it for food is a prelude to the MOTB system. And this is all being done on purpose. Okay, and this is clear. All right, it's being done on purpose to create this problem. Right, so don't be surprised if they start to say, oh, they're not spending it on the food that they were supposed to spend it on. They're spending on this, they're spending it on that. You know, because naturally they're probably going to buy things to try to flip and make money, and whatever the case may be. So don't be surprised to hear that as an issue, right? So I'm going to play this video real quick.
This is a national crisis, but on the local level, the mayor of New York City has a new plan to help migrants with the cost of food. It's drawing criticism, I should tell you. Eric Adams' proposal is to give families prepaid credit cards that they can use to buy food or supplies. Texas Governor Greg Abbott slammed the idea, calling it reprehensible. So let's get into it. How does it actually work? National correspondent Axel Tercios is based in New York. Axel, I know this is always playing out right around you. And, you know, there are locals who are very hospitable, others who say, hey, we want resources as well. Can you give us some details of how the plan would work?
Well, Chance, it's mixed emotions around New York City residents, and the mayor's whole plan is to basically replace the already non-perishable food boxes that the city is providing to migrants, single adult migrants and migrant families that are staying in hotels like this, which is the...
And I have to say this, they're saying it's the mayor's plan. It's not his plan. He didn't come up with this plan. He's not the one that's really pushing this forth. He's just the face, the talking head, okay?
Former Roosevelt Hotel here in Midtown Manhattan, which is now serving as the main intake center for all of the migrants that are coming in. And just before I go into details, I want to show you that we can still see some people lining up here, coming for the first time, like Alejandro. I was just talking to Alejandro. He just arrived from Venezuela. His friend, who is wearing the black hoodie, he was telling me that his state limit at the shelter is about to expire this Friday, as the city right now established this new shelter state limit for 30 days for single adult migrants and 60 days for families. So we are going to keep seeing more people making line here to try to get a spot in one of the city's shelters. So the amount on these prepaid credit cards will depend on the...
Another point I want to make is that when that time is up and they have to be out in the streets and they're in the cold or whatever the case may be, and they're desperate for money, they're desperate for food because they have families and things like that. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think they're going to be doing? They're going to be doing whatever they need to do by any means necessary. So things are going to get chaotic just based upon that, right? There's already videos of them, trying to take, people's bikes and things like that, so, and that's light. That's a light thing. But when things start to get real and they really go into desperation mode, you're going to see some real violence. Okay. And that would be for any people. It's not because they're coming from Latin America. No. This is for anybody. If you do this to anybody, anyone's in a super desperate situation, they're going to resort to these measures. That's why a lot of the problems, I was speaking to this Latin tribe woman the other day, a lot of the problems that's coming from these different places in Latin America is not coming necessarily from the locals. A lot of times it's coming from those that are travelers, those that are just visiting, so to speak, right? So let me play this.
The number of members in the family, and also if they're making any income at all during the month, so they will be able to get this prepaid credit card to buy food at groceries, supermarkets, convenience stores, and the bodegas. So a family of four, for instance, could get up to $1,000. And the mayor says that there are a lot of benefits behind this because this is going to allow the families to buy food based on their preference and also culturally relevant to their diets. And the mayor says that the city could save more than $600,000 a month, which comes to about $7.2 million every year. And the pilot will start with 500 families. And if it is successful, then the city will consider expanding the program to even more families staying in city hotels. Chance.
I see. And when you read coverage, I mean, folks are saying your heart's in the right place. And you see some ready there with a warm blanket to wrap people around it. Others saying, I want to live in a hotel. I want free health care. I want the government to give me gift cards, and I'm not getting any of that. So could you explain how the critics are talking about this, why they're upset?
Well, Chance, like I said at the beginning, there are mixed emotions here in the city. Some of the critics are calling this an offense to taxpayers, and we're hearing from city council members, even Republican Councilman Joe Borelli has said that the city, quote, the city is just giving this migrant population more free stuff at the expense of New York City taxpayers. Also, nationally, Republicans in other states are joining in the criticism. For instance, Texas Governor Greg Abbott is calling the proposal, quote, insanity, reprehensible, and even offensive. And this is a governor that for months and out has been sending thousands of asylum seekers to New York City and arguably contributing to the massive humanitarian migrant crisis here in the Big Apple. Chance.
Well, I mean, who let them in the first place? I mean, listen, see, this proves your vote doesn't matter. It's not about, they didn't ask you before they made this proclamation. They just did it. Okay, they don't need your approval to sign things into law. Okay, so that whole democracy is nothing but a scam. But anyways, let me get some scriptures. All right, because this is leading to this is going to lead to the MOTB, because right now they can't really know what they spend the money on. Right? They say that you guys are supposed to spend it on food. There's one article says they're supposed to promise to spend it on food. So they got a pinky promise to spend it on food, and you're just supposed to trust that they're going to spend it on food. No, they're going to spend it on whatever they want to spend it on, and you have no control, and they have no control over it. And that's going to be part of the problem. Okay, they're going to say, listen, we don't have control. We need to know what people are spending this money on. So we have this CBDC system, which is programmable money. Okay, meaning programmable, meaning they can program it to expire. They can program it to only be spent on certain things. You see where this issue that they're creating can come in? Oh, well, now we know that they're only spending it on food. So don't be surprised if they start saying, oh, well, these migrants are not spending the money on what they're supposed to be spending it on. Or we don't know what they're spending that money on. You see? And the prophet's been saying this for the longest while, man. Okay? This is Revelation 13 and 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exerciseth the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Right, which is the Roman Empire. This is nothing but the revival of the Roman Empire. What was the Roman Empire full of? It was full of corruption. It was full of deception. Okay, that's what it is, and that's what this rulership is full of, and backstabbing and all kind of madness was going on in that empire. It says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. That's dealing with his technology. He's able to drop bombs and things like that, and even lasers, right? Which that's fire coming from heaven. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. He's going to give you all the right reasons why you should accept this system, all the right reasons why this is good for you. And he's going to shame you and not shame those who don't accept this system. When I say the MOTB system, you know what I'm talking about, the mark of the BAST. Okay, the microchip, the chip. If you don't know what we're talking about, you need to catch up, man. That's the mark, okay? And if you take that mark, there's no hope for you. You will be destroyed by the Heavenly Father and the Son, Yahweh Shai. There's no hope for you once you take that mark. You've made the decision. You chose your allegiance, okay? Right? And deceiveth, right? Because he's going to deceive. He's going to do a lot of, put forth a lot of deception. And people are being deceived right now. They were deceived with the juice that they made you take, okay? And he's going to pump up the deception, okay? Project Blue Beam, different things he has set up to pump up the deception and the fear, okay? It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak. It caused as many as would not worship the beast should be killed. Now, the beast right now is what? Is NATO in the EU, headed by America. Okay? You see? So that beast, they're gonna force you or deceive you into coming in with that complete digital system. Okay? And if you're not with it, if you're not willing to take the mark, if you're not with the system, you will be enemy number one. You will be known as a terrorist. Okay? All these different terms. Okay? And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So your celebrities, people in jail, the homeless people on the street, people in the villages, okay? The so-called wealthy, right? Everyone's gonna have to take that mark. You see? You understand? Even Aaron Russo said that, yeah, they're gonna take the mark too, but their chip is gonna have a particular, because there's gonna be classes, different classes, and their chip is gonna say KMA, which is supposed to stand for kiss my ass. All right, meaning it's unlimited. They can do what they want. There's no restrictions on them. But your chip, there's gonna be all manner of restrictions. Okay, and if they don't like your mindset or what you say or how you're moving in their society, they'll just shut off your chip. You can't get food. You can't do nothing. You can't take the train. Right? They may have something in it that could put you to death. This devil is very diabolical, man. Don't think it too far for this devil. There's really nothing that's too far for the Edomite. He's profane, you see? So, anyways, so these are the things that they're setting up. Okay? It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, what did Elon Musk just do? That devil. They're acting like this guy's some savior for humanity. He's working very closely with the elites. That's part of their plan, man, to have you C-hipped, have you chipped up, the brain, and that's part of their miracles. They're gonna say, oh, look, see, the person could walk, he could talk. Oh, he was blind, he could see. See, those are gonna be the first people that run to that, because that's a miracle, right? But it's a miracle through Satan. You understand? So that's what's getting ready to happen. Matter of fact, I'm going to read something on that. Okay? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. We know that word for mark is charagma. Okay? Something that's inserted. Okay? And then when you go into the root, karax, that's a palisade, which is shaped exactly like the instrument that they put the chip in. Okay? So you can clearly see what's getting ready to come, man. You can clearly see what's happening, man. All right. Matter of fact, let's get a video real quick. And more things are unfolding. You know, the prophets are proving to be right more and more. Let's go to, excuse me. What am I thinking about? Oh, yeah. Elon Musk. This devil. Okay, it says.
Imagine there's a party with.
Okay, matter of fact, why is this 12 minutes? Why is it 12 minutes? God damn, they have a 12-minute segment on this? You see, they're really trying to push this.
The tech billionaire Elon Musk is saying his Neuralink company has successfully implanted one of its wireless brain chips in a human for the first time. He made the announcement on X, his social media platform, saying the procedure happened on Sunday. He says the subject is
and there's some type of witchcraft, spiritual significance on the left-hand side to this X. Okay, that's why they're changing everything to X. You got this X, Twitter X, Space X, Disease X, but Disease X is not there's not an actual disease called X. That's just a variable, meaning the next thing that's coming. Okay, that's just a code name for the next thing that's coming. It's called Disease X. It's not meaning they're not gonna call it necessarily Disease X. They're gonna call it whatever name, but X is like the variable, So it's like you don't know what it is, so we'll just call it X. So that's what that means when they say X. But there's a reason to keep using this letter, okay? There's wickedness behind it. But anyways.
Well, and that initial results show a promising neuron spike detection. Mr. Musk says the product has been given the name telepathy, and the plan is for it to enable control of a phone, computer, or almost any linked device just by thinking about them. Several rival companies have already implanted what are known as brain-computer interface systems in humans after tests were carried out initially on monkeys. With more, here's on North America.
They're torturing the animals, man. These animals need salvation too, man. These animals are going to get their get back on you damn Edomites too, man. They talk about like it's nothing. Yeah, we had some trials on monkeys. Monkeys are living creatures. Those are spirits. There's spirits inside those monkeys. You're supposed to treat the beast any kind of way. Just experiment on them, shoving chips in their head and they brain. And now they're doing it to human beings. Okay, look at this. Look at this crap on the bottom. Look at the thing in his head. That's crazy. These people are going to go. They're going to get it. They're going to think it's all good at first. And these people are going to absolutely be suffering with this technology inside of them, man. The Lord is going to make it happen, man. He's going to make it where they're suffering. Which, matter of fact, that's Revelation 16, man. Tells you, it's going to be a grievous sore. This is Revelation 16. In verse 1, it says, "And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, Go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image," right? Meaning worship his system, right? When you go into the French version, it says adore, which means to adore, means to love his system. They're in other words, they're down with this system that Esau's setting up. You see, we're not with this system. We're against the system and the mindset of this devil. All right, and we're waiting for Yahushua to take this system out. Right, and so it said it came a noisome and grievous sore upon those that took the mark. So that's a painful sore, right? Or cancer that's going to form based upon those people that took that mark. Let's look up the word sore. Elikos, which says a wound producing a discharge, pus, a sore, an ulcer. So there's going to be some real nastiness coming out of these people based upon them taking that, man. They're going to be suffering, and that thing's going to be in your brain. Golly, those ones. Hey, you do what you want, man. You trust the devil if you want, man. Okay? It's better to be blind or maimed or whatever than to take this devil's technology and put this man's technology inside of you. Oh, yeah. That's crazy. Right? And it's funny because the men of the Lord, through the spirit of power of Yahweh Ba'ashib Yahweh Shai, the men of the Lord are going to be healing people through spiritual power. And there's not going to be any side effects of that. There's not going to be anything that's going to come negatively from that. You're just going to be whole. You dig? That's going to come too. But that's going to come to the believers who kept the faith and who didn't take this crap. All right? It says kakos, right? It says of a bad nature, not such as it ought to be, of a mode of thinking, feeling, acting, base, wrong, wicked, troublesome, injurious, pernicious, destructive, okay, baneful. So it's going to be a very painful, very hurtful sore that's going to come upon these people, man. You dig? So matter of fact, let me see something real quick. I want to see something with this word elkos. Let's go to the root real quick. Triangle for to draw inward. Okay. Impel, lead. Okay. All right. Cool. Oh, an ulcer. Okay, I didn't even see that. An ulcer. Right, ulcer. You look up the word. Let's look up the word ulcer. Okay. An ulcer, an open sore, an external or internal surface of the body caused by a break in the skin or mucous membrane that fails to heal. Okay. Blemish, corruption, influence. All right. So it's something that they're not going to be able to heal. Okay. So that's it. That's it. All right. Oh, select it. Let's go back here. Where's that here? Let's go here. Okay, Khan. All right. Let's go to. Let's go to Revelations 14. Okay, this is Revelations 14 and verse 9. And it reads, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture, into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So if you take that mark, there's no hope of salvation for you. You are finished. This is why we keep pushing the mark so heavy, okay? Especially the Apostle Tahar and other brothers. Some brothers push it more than me. I don't do as much videos on the mark of the beast, right? But I've done numerous videos on it. But there's other brothers that push it a lot more, right? So we're constantly pushing it. So you have no excuse, because this is very, very important. All right. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up for ever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. And trust me, you guys are going to be tormented even before the missiles come. That thing is going to really affect your body very negatively, man. Very negatively. Okay. You ain't supposed to have these foreign objects inside of your system, right? Especially something like that emits radiation. But the power has a radiation hub inside of your body. How can that be good? Well, you'll find out. You'll find out, man. And they're going to be talking against us because they're going to be guilty that they took the damn thing. And they're going to be saying against us, why don't you take, what do you have to hide, blah, 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 blah. Just ignore them, okay? Because they're going to be, as the scriptures say, those that consent unto him shall be trodden underfoot. Let's go.
Have already implanted what are known as brain-computer interface systems in humans after tests were carried out initially on monkeys. With more, here's our North America correspondent, Peter Bowes.
What Elon Musk's Neuralink is trying to do is what a number of other companies have been attempting for quite a while now, and that is essentially to create a brain-computer interface that will allow a human being to carry out an action through thought alone. Now, it involves implanting a number of microchips into the brain that connect...
And like the Elder Ruchaya Kwam said, this man is not a genius. He was set up. Okay, the Elder Ruchaya Kwam made a mention about him getting how he got his money from Tesla and these different things was through government grants. So he was set up to do this. Now, oh, he's the first one to do it right. No, they've been had it right. They got it right a long time ago. They're just setting it now. Now it's time to push it out about the first human trial. They've been had people with this thing inside of them. Okay, this is just the time they want to push it out. All right, it's all about timing.
To a part of the brain that is responsible for movement intention. It has the effect that wirelessly it can send a signal to an app that can interpret a person's intentions. It sounds very futuristic, but according to Elon Musk, he says in a post on X, he elaborates a little bit, saying that this device will enable control of your phone or computer, and through them, almost any device just by thinking. He says initial users will be those who have lost use of their limbs. It seems they're targeting people with debilitating neurological conditions. Now, it should be stressed that this study is in the early stages. His company was given the go-ahead only last year by US regulators to carry out this human trial, which is in the safety assessment stages. And clearly there is a lot to assess over the following months and years, question mark over whether this device will still be operating as it is designed after 3 months, 6 months, possibly a few years, and the results will be scrutinized very closely. So with that in mind, realistically and practically, it could be several years, if indeed it is shown to be successful, before this kind of thing is available on a wide scale.
Yeah, whatever. Don't trust anything these devils say. They can start pushing it out in the next couple months. All right? Don't listen to nothing these devils got to say. They're liars, right? These are just talking heads. They're reading a script. Okay? Oh, it could be a few years. Could be this. Could be that. Yeah, whatever. You know? That's what they said about the juice. We don't trust the devil. Okay? We don't trust Satan. And the Edomite in the suit. Nah, we don't trust you. Okay? So anyways, and the scriptures tell us not to trust you. The scriptures say that never trust thine enemy. All right? This man is coming, and he's coming after the working of Satan, and he's coming. Matter of fact, let's do that. Okay? He's coming to play God on the earth. It's either working, right? This is 2 Thessalonians 2. Matter of fact, let's start at verse 4. Matter of fact, verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that manner sin be revealed, the son of perdition. What does the word perdition mean? It means destruction. Okay, he was set up, he was created to be destroyed. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, right? So that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Esau loves to play the Most High. He loves to play God. He loves to splice jeans, and because that's his desire. He wants to be the Most High. That's the pride and the arrogance within these devils. I remember as a child, I used to think about that. I was a child too, and I didn't like the fact that they were talking about. I don't remember what they were saying. They were saying, what were they saying? Something about, splicing genes or creating babies in a laboratory. They were talking some madness back then. And I remember thinking to myself, man, these people are trying to play God. Right? As a child, I thought that I knew it wasn't right in the spirit, the things that they were doing. Okay? And look at the heights that these devils have reached with it. Right? The Most High has built them up way beyond Pharaoh. Okay? Way beyond Pharaoh. Okay? It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. And he's being revealed now through us. Okay. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Meaning they were already in power, which is who? Which is it was not starting with the Romans, but it was the Romans at that time. Okay. The Greeks, then the Romans. The Greeks were the beginning of the Edomite rulerships. Okay. Only he who will now will let until he be taken out of the way. Right? So the Most High is allowing him to rule until he's going to take him out. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose working is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. And see, that's part of his lying wonders. It's technology. Okay, that's part of his signs. Okay, see, so he has that so he can woo the people. Oh my goodness, wow. Yo, look at the technology, and they did the test. This is amazing, right? And the people think that this man is, basically they think he's God. They think he's the Most High, right? And he's here to help. No, he's the devil, right? And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth. They didn't want to hear the truth from us, that they might be saved. Right? And for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. So a lot of these people are going to believe what these devils say, and that's going to be to their destruction. But that's because the Most High allowed them to believe that. That's because the Most High and his son Yahweh Shai did not want them. Okay? That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. And that's the bottom line. So we're not worried. If you take the chip, that's on you. You were just a demon. All right. And it was time for you to go. Okay. So we see what this devil is setting up, man. He's trying to set you up for the okie doke, man, with that programmable money. Right. So that migrant thing, that's nothing but a prelude to that. All right. We see you. We've been seeing you coming. All right. This is the brother Ahab Amath Shalom Ak Shalom. It says I've been said this, it's a test run of the UBI system. Yep, it's a test run for the UBI. That's right. Which is universal basic income. Okay, which you can give out a certain amount of money to people, because jobs are going to be scarce in the times to come. The scriptures say that the grinding shall cease, right? Because they want you to fully depend on them. But what comes with that also is they're going to be able to tell you what to spend your money on, what you're allowed to spend your money on, right? Right now with this particular system, they got a prepaid card. How are they going to know what they spend their money on? How are they going to track that, right? So that's going to be part of the problem. So listen, that's why we have the CBDC, which we can program the money, right? But that's going to go from being in a card to being what? To being inside of the people. All right. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. No, we see everything this devil's doing. Okay. We're not in the dark as other men. This is Proverbs 12:10. It says, a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast. Right. Going into that. But the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Right. But yeah, the point is this, that, we're not going to allow Satan to get an advantage of us, man. We see everything this devil is doing. We're known as the watchmen, right? And as long as you're watching the videos and you're in the spirit, hey, you're constantly up on game, So with that, Lord willing, it's just edifying to the elect, and I'll say shalom.